Hi, where are we?
We are at Sandbanks Winery.
And you are?
My name is Langlois and I'm owner winemaker here at Sandbanks.
And I noticed on some of your bottles that you're celebrating now your 16th anniversary?
15th, yes. So 15 years was the big celebration last year. So this is 16 years in business.
So what made you decide to be a winemaker?
I kind of fell in it, really. I studied hotel management in Montreal, and then I won a bursary to go and work and study in Europe. I have a good sense of smell, which I get from my mother, so I don't have any credit, and so that has allowed me to really get to enjoy wine more.
How did you choose to open a winery in the county?
I came to Prince Edward County for a party, and it was a friend's birthday, and at the time there was only a few wineries that were open and planted, and I was raised in the country. I was born on an island, so I don't know if it's because of the island feel of Prince Edward County that I chose to come here. I just really fell in love with the place, with the people. At the time there was land that was not very expensive, and with the help of Farm Credit I got a loan for young people that still wanted to farm, and the rest is history.
Yeah. What's the most rewarding thing about being a winemaker?
Well, I think personally it would have, it's a lifestyle. It sounds cliche, but it's a lifestyle. It allowed me to do something I love, raising 2 children here on the land, and just the flexibility of it all. I really enjoy working with the seasons. I'm a girl that, when spring comes, I get excited. When it's time to hibernate in the winter, that's what I want to do. So, and a blend of working outside and working inside is probably what I enjoy the most, and also being able to work. The work is very different every year, every season, every wine you make. Even if you make the same wines from year to year, whether the grape, how was the growing season for that year, so it's very different.
What's the least glamorous part about either winemaking or owning a vineyard?
Cold fingers and wet feet.
And that's regardless of the type of year, or?
It's not a very glamorous job at all, I think. It's more glamorous now that, I have a lot of great helpers, but it is, I don't think you can do this job for the glamour, because once you're into it, you're washing vats, you're cleaning floors,
What about running the business side of it? Do you find that challenging or less interesting or more interesting?
I found that was probably the biggest learning curve for me, was to learn how to run a business, because you think, okay, I know how to sell wine, I know how to make wine, I know how to grow grapes, the rest should be pretty easy, but how to find the right people to work with, and how to help them grow, and communicate your passion and your love about it, and just and then all the paperwork and the red tape and all these things that I was not trained in any way. I think that I ran the business the way that I had worked for other people for many years, and about, I would think, maybe 5 years ago, somebody told me, stop being a boss and start being a leader. And I think that was really a good advice. I think if you're, this is the new way to do business, is to encourage people and to really work with your team.
Mm-hmm. And last question, what's your favorite grape and why?
Oh, that's like, who's your favorite child? Like, you can't really answer that.
Do you have a grape you like to work with, maybe for blending, and one you prefer to drink, or?
Well, I prefer growing Baco, because it's a lot easier to grow a hybrid than to grow any of the vinifera's. I prefer drinking the Cabernet Franc. I think that's a grape that shows a great expression of our Ontario terroir, and I think it's goes so well with the different foods that I like to eat.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you.